Hello and good morning to you. This is Dr. Bill Bledsoe bringing you another morning session of prayers through Sacred Heart Yoga. We begin by an opening prayer. God, I thank you for this wonderful method of praying, of each of us communing with you, becoming one. Each of us doing body movements to heal our bodies while our prayers heal our minds, our spirits, and our souls. I thank you for this wonderful gift and the generations that have brought this gift to us. The house of Abraham, the house of David, Jesus, his mother Mary, Father Joseph, Mary Magdalene, and Virginia Ellen, who wrote the book, Sacred Heart Yoga. Thanks to all of them. Now we're going to say the Sacred Heart Yoga morning prayer. Beloved, I devote this practice this day to the evolution of my soul. To the fulfillment of my destiny in service to the One. And I allow myself to be purified as I rejoice in the kingdom of heaven and the love of God. And I give thanks for these blessings, these moments I share with my body and my spirit in oneness with God. And so it is. Amen. Om. Now we're going to clear our energy fields. Right hand up to the 12 o'clock position, over to the 3 o'clock, right knee, left knee, 9 o'clock position, and back up to the 12 o'clock position. And as we do this motion, repeat after me. I clear my energy field of anyone or anything standing within. I bless them and I send them to the light. Om. Now we're going to ask God, how may each of us, I serve you this day. And again, all our prayers are said out loud in the privacy of your own homes. And we do, God's answer to me always comes in no more than one or two words. And I take those one or two words and I repeat them over and over through all the prayers throughout the rest of Sacred Heart Yoga. And it usually really teaches me something. So we take our right hand over our hearts, and our prayers begin with, God, how may I serve you this day? Om. Now we're going to stand and we're going to say what a couple of words came to us as our intentions to serve is to do this. So we stand up straight, take our hands, palms forward, and our prayers begin with, my intention to serve you this day is to Om. Now we lay back down on our mats, on our backs, and we pull our right knee up to our chest. And as we do this, hold it there with our hands. Our prayers begin with, Father, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we take our right foot in our left hand, pull it over to our left thigh. Let our right knee fall down to the mat. Our right arm goes straight up above our heads, stretched out, trying to reach it down to the mat. And here our prayers begin with, Father, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we take our right hand and our right foot, switching hands, pull it down to our pelvis. Our left arm goes straight up above our heads and down to the mat. And our prayers begin with, Father, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we take our right foot up towards the heavens. And here our prayers begin with, Father, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we let that right foot go up to the heavens and out to the right side of our bodies. Our arms get extended straight out to the sides, palms up. Here our prayers begin with, opening our pelvis wide, our prayers begin with, Father, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we turn our heads to the right and our right leg goes across our bodies over to the left side and out and over and down to the mat while we're keeping our shoulders down flat on the mat. And our prayers begin with, Father, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we pull our left knee up to our chest and hold it there with our hands, and our prayers begin with, Mother, I love you and I thank you for all. Now we take our right foot over to our right thigh. We take our left arm straight above our heads, our left foot over to our right thigh, left arm above our heads, and our prayers begin with, Mother, I love you and I thank you for Om. Now we switch hands. We take our left foot in our left hand, right arm goes straight up above our head, stretched out and down to the mat, and our prayers begin with, Mother, I love you and I thank you for Om. Now we take our left foot up to the heavens, and our prayers begin with, God, I love you. Mother, I love you, and I thank you for Om. Now we let our arms fall out to the sides, palms up, and our left leg goes up to the heavens and falls out, opening our pelvis wide to the left. And our prayers begin with, Mother, I love you, and I thank you for Om. Now we turn our heads to the left, and our left foot goes across our bodies over to the right side of our bodies, holding our shoulders down flat on the mat. And our left foot goes as close to the mat as we can get it. And our prayers begin with, Mother, I love you, and I thank you for Om. Now we go back to resting position, legs outstretched, arms at our sides, and we pull both knees up to our chest and hold them there with our arms and hands. And here our prayers begin with, God, I love you and I thank you for Om. Now we hold our right foot, right hand, left foot, left hand, pull our feet up to our pelvis, soles of our feet together, and our prayers begin with, God, I love you and I thank you for Om. Now we take our feet up towards the heavens. No, we pull them apart down near our pelvis. holding them there, stretching our pelvises. And our prayers begin with, God, I love you, and I thank you for all. Now we take our feet and we point both feet up towards the heavens. And our prayers begin with, God, I love you, and I thank you for all. Now we put our feet down to the mat, our arms outstretched, palms up. And here our prayers begin with, no, we turn our heads to the left, our knees to the right, and our prayers begin with, God, I love you, and I thank you for all. Now we turn our heads to the right and we turn our knees to the left. And our prayers begin with, God, I love you, and I thank you for all. Now we go back to resting position, and this time we surrender to God anything that might be preventing us from our prayers, or any fear, anything to God that we want to get out of our minds so that we can walk clearly hand in hand with God. And we do this by putting our hands under our sit bones, leaning forward on our elbows. The tops of our heads go back down to the mat. And our prayers begin with, God, I surrender to you. All. Now we lay back down on the mats and we pull our left arm up towards the heavens and let our left arm fall over to the right side of our bodies, holding it, pulling it a little farther with our right hand halfway between our left elbow and left shoulder. And our prayers begin with, God, I choose to all. Now we take our arms at our sides and we take our right side up to the heavens and let it fall over to the left side of our bodies, pulling it over farther with our left hand halfway between our right elbow, right shoulder, and our prayers begin with, God, I can. Om. Now we go back to resting position, pull our feet up to our pelvis on the mat, let the soles of our feet go together and our knees fall out to the sides. And that's forming a temple, a house of God below our bodies. And we form a second temple, tabernacle, above our hearts. And that's we pull our hands in prayer position over our hearts and move them up 3/4 of the way up to the heavens. And inside this tabernacle of our hearts, we find God's beautiful chalice waiting for us. It's filled with anything we could ever desire to be in service to God. And here our prayers begin with, God, I drink from this chalice, your wonderful gift of Om. Now we take our hands in prayer position over our heads and down to the mat, our elbows extended out and down towards the mat. And here our prayers begin with, God, I thank you for my mind, my body, my spirit, and my soul, all being in service to you. Om. Now we take our thumbs up to our foreheads, hands in prayer position always. And our prayers begin with, this is the anointing series, we'll do it 3 times. God, I anoint your gift to me of Om. Now we take our thumbs down to our lips, and our prayers begin with, God, I bless and I dedicate only in service to you your gift of Om. Our hands go down over our hearts and our prayers begin with, God, I dedicate to you and am thankful to you for your gift to me of Om. Now we do a motion. We point our fingers down into our abdomens and extend them out to the 3 o'clock position and 12 o'clock position. And as we do this motion, our prayers begin with, God, I fill my body, my soul, my spirit, and my mind with your gift of Om. Now we're going back to resting position, legs outstretched, our arms at our sides. And we cross our right leg over our right ankle over our left ankle, our right wrist over our left wrist, and our prayers begin with, God, I thank you for keeping me safe and protecting me. Om. Now we go back to resting position, roll over on our sides, and push ourselves up with our arms and our hands. Go into sitting position. Our right leg goes straight out in front of us. Our left foot goes across our right knee. We hold our left knee with our right arm. Our left arm goes behind our backs, and we twist our head and shoulders to the left. And our prayers begin with, desire I am, desire I am, desire I am. I desire. Om. Now we take our left foot straight out in front of us, and our right foot goes over our left knee, and we hold our right knee with our left arm. Our right arm goes behind our backs. We twist our head and shoulders to the right, and our prayers begin with, God, I will. Om. Now we get up on our knees and we thank God for everything by putting our hands and heart and over our hearts in prayer position. And our prayers begin with, God, I thank you for. Om. Now we form a tabernacle with our hands by putting the tips of our thumbs together and tips of our first fingers together. And we put it down and we go on the mat and we put our foreheads in it in child's pose. And here we'll feel God entering our bodies, filling us. Om. Now we go back to sitting position. Our right leg goes out to the right side. Our left foot comes up to the inside of our right thigh, and our prayers begin with, God, I am. Om. Now our left foot comes over to the inside of our left thigh. And our prayers begin with, God, I will. Om. Now we go back to a sitting position and we keep our back straight. And our palms are up, thumbs touching our middle two fingers. And we keep our back straight and bend forward at our pelvis, bowing. And our prayers begin with, I bow to my body, my mind, my spirit, and my soul. Om. Now we bow a second time, keeping our back straight, bowing at our pelvis. And our prayers begin with, God, I bow to you. Om. Now we feel where we're grounded. Our pelvis is grounded to the mat. The left side and right side of our pelvis touching the mat. And on the left side of our pelvis, we envision God's wonderful white light of love, of healing, of creation, of creating new cells. This white light fills our legs, fills our abdomens, and comes up. This white light goes into our hearts, and our hearts can shine out to the world like a beacon with this white light. White light comes up through our lungs, our throats, into our heads, and our heads can focus this light out of our foreheads anytime we want. And the light comes out up through the tops of our heads and goes up into the heavens and showers down on the earth around us. And now we feel on the right side of our pelvis the wonderful blue light of God's knowing, his teachings, his truth that he gives us each day. This blue light fills every cell in our legs, fills every cell in our abdomens. This light of truth and knowledge fills our hearts to overflowing, and the light can shine out from our hearts like a beacon. And the light goes up through our throats, up through our heads, where it can also be a beacon out through our foreheads or out through the tops of our heads. It goes up into the skies, this blue light, and it showers down all around us, bathing us and bathing the world. Now we can step up into the light. We do. We step up into the light above our heads. We can stay here as long as we want. But while we're here, there's one question we always ask with any other question you want. But this question is, God, what do I need to know this day?